Good morning. I'm Pastor Steve of Word Christian Fellowship. Happy 4th of July to you. I don't know how you celebrate it, but I hope you have a good day celebrating our day of our nation's independence. I want to share with you a devotional by Pastor Greg Laurie this morning. I usually write my own, but this morning the one I read was so good I thought I would share it with you. He uses for a verse Romans 13:11. And the title of this devotion is, Are We Desperate Enough? Romans 13:11 says, This is all the more urgent, for you know how late it is. Time is running out. Wake up, for our salvation is nearer now than when we first believed. Pastor Greg writes, When George Washington was fighting the Revolutionary War as a general of the Continental Army, he had a special flag prepared with the words, An appeal to heaven. Washington understood that our only hope to become a nation was through God's intervention. We still need to appeal to heaven for our nation today. 2 Chronicles 7:14 says, If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face, turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven, will forgive their sin and heal their land. There's no question that God has blessed our nation in many ways. We sing about America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. We have the words, we know what he's done. But we need to wake up spiritually, as Romans 13:11 says. It's time for us to wake up. It's time to turn back to God. And God can and will, if we ask, send a spiritual awakening to our country. Will he? I hope so. I hope he does. I hope he sends one or two or three or more. Greg Laurie was talking to Chuck Smith, and Chuck Smith is probably the father of the last great spiritual awakening with the Jesus movement. He said he once asked him if he thought we'd ever see another Jesus movement. And he said, I don't know. He says, I don't know if we are desperate enough. How desperate are we for God to send another spiritual awakening? If we are desperate enough, then we will start praying about it. This 4th of July, I would like to invite you to join me in praying for a spiritual awakening in our nation. Will you join me in that prayer today? Pray and ask God to wake us up spiritually, to bring a revival to our country, that we put God back in the first place in our nation. I hope you will, and I know he can. So be well, friends. Have a good 4th of July celebration, and I'll see you tomorrow. Be well. Bye-bye.